welcome back to another episode of Lip Service where we talk all things lipedema. So my last episode was right around the 3-week mark from when I had my surgery, and today actually marks 6 weeks post-op, which I would love to tell you that I am like magically cured and I am like working out and just having fun and wearing smaller size clothing and feeling so fantastic. And the truth is, none of that is true because I'm still very much struggling. So just wanted to give a realistic perspective of what I've been going through. I know everybody's journey is a little bit different, but figured I would share my post-op experience with you guys now that I'm like a month and a half out from when I got my first surgery. So where I last left off, you guys heard that, I had a follow-up appointment with my surgeon. I've had OT appointments. I've had my PCP. I went and got an ultrasound. Actually, I had that after my episode, and they are showing no signs of venous insufficiency, venous, I don't know, whatever, however you pronounce it, insufficiency, which is really quite interesting because part of what I wanted to talk to you guys about today is the inside of, like, I would say probably like 2 inches above my ankle on the inside has been a little bit redder, warm to the touch, but also other areas are like pretty warm, but it is like rock hard and the fluid is not moving there. It is like absolutely stuck. And I'm like, do I have DVT? And it just was not picked up on the ultrasound, which it's a pretty complex ultrasound. It showed no signs of venous insufficiency, but I was still like, I don't know. So I have a follow-up appointment with my surgeon tomorrow. I'm looking to see if, he can look into this a little bit further and kind of like help guide through, is this normal? Is this not normal? Because I've been really like, even this past weekend, experiencing a ton of pain in that area. I'm getting like shooting pains that are going through. And I'm like, something ain't right, okay? And then also on the right-hand side, my entire IT band running up is like, I don't know, I was Googling it yesterday and it's like a ropey feeling. And I'm like, I guess, yeah, that's how I want to like call it. But it's just this thick rope, if you will, going up the right side of my leg that the fluid is just like sitting there, not moving. When I get my MLD through my OT, she's like, nope, it's definitely softening up. But my last OT appointment, which was last week, she was like, I just don't understand what's going on because the moment she's like flushing the fluid out and I start to feel softer again, the fluid's just coming right back. And she's like, this actually might be a cardiovascular thing. So I'm definitely going to talk to my surgeon about that tomorrow and figure out what's going on. I do feel like I'm still retaining a lot of fluid and swelling, which I know is normal. But to be in this much pain, I thought by 6 weeks it would like start to subside, and it's really not. Yesterday, light activity, I did have my feet down, but I, was laying up on the couch and I just had my legs up, on the couch itself. I wasn't necessarily elevating, but my ankles got so swollen. And I drove, like just a little less than an hour and a half, like to come back to Boston. And I was in so much pain last night and like tried to wear my compression garments to bed and had to take those off and put compression socks on because I felt like those were the only things and I woke up today and I was back to what you would consider normal. Like I could see my ankles, like they look decent. But just trying to like figure out, what is normal and what I should be concerned about. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing my surgeon and my occupational therapist this week before she goes on vacation because I won't see her for a couple of weeks. And just trying to figure out like what this looks like for me. And everybody's like experience is so individual and specific to them. And I did see a TikTok like, not too long ago that it was like, sometimes at this stage, you're going to feel like you have buyer's remorse. And that's what I feel like, because I will tell you, my calves definitely were larger in size and they would swell up and I would get in a lot of pain, but that wasn't an everyday thing. And for me, since my surgery, it's been an everyday thing. So that's where the buyer's remorse part is coming through, because I'm like, I'm just in so much pain. And like the tops of my thighs, it's mostly the front. I don't have any problems in the back. It just feels like I had a really good leg workout at the gym, so my muscles are pulled, and I get really stiff. Like when I'm sitting for a long time, I'm like, ugh, real stiff and old. I'm like, I'm not old, I'm 41, but I'm definitely feeling like I'm in my 80s. But once I start moving, that goes away. And so yeah, just different experiences here and there. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah. So my last episode, I told you guys about having the allergic reaction to the steri strips. Well, that was like 2 weeks of absolute pure hell. Bright red, hot, blistering, lymphatic fluid dripping out on a couple of the incisions, just like absolute grossness, crawling out of my skin, super itchy. And I'm not sure if part of the reason why I'm still feeling this way is because of all that transpired, but my OT was like, hey, why don't you spend like a night or two not wearing your compression garments to give your skin a little bit of a break. I think it needs to breathe. And that was about 3 weeks ago, and I really haven't gone back to wearing my compression at night, all night. I've tried wearing it now that my skin is like calmed down and stuff like that, but I'm just finding myself like being really uncomfortable wearing it. So if anything, I've been wearing compression socks, just not like a full legging. But then my knees are super like full of fluid and achy in the morning because I'm like, the fluid just stopped right there and it had nowhere else to go. So that's what I've been experiencing. But the steri strips, I'm definitely going to talk to my surgeon about and be like, please, let's not ever use those again for any future surgery that we have, because I do have really sensitive skin, but I did not know I was going to have that kind of reaction. And still, it's been 6 weeks and my skin is healed, right? But I still have like, it depends on where the incision or, you know, the areas of my body. Some of them were round, like almost like a bullseye. And some of them, because I kept like, when it was weeping and all that stuff, I was putting on Band-Aids, but then the adhesive from the Band-Aids. So I have one that's like super splotchy and all over the place. And you can literally see that's the outline of like the different Band-Aids that I put on there. So trying to still be like really sensitive with those areas and put Vaseline on, because I did Benadryl cream, Neosporin, hydrocortisone cream, Vaseline, all of that stuff, and like literally none of it worked. I took Benadryl at night, but not with the Benadryl cream because you're not supposed to double up. I mean, it was literally a series of traumatic skin events. It was brutal. Getting better, but those are like, honestly, they're still marked on my skin and they look way worse than what the incisions were. So still dealing with that. So here at 6 weeks, I'm surviving, but I am not thriving. So it's just been like honestly a real big challenge. I feel like I'm still pretty limited on certain things I can do. Like I have been trying to get up and be a little bit more active and just move around. And now at the 6 week mark, I can start like exercising and swimming, which I don't know if either of those are necessarily going to be in my near future, but I am going to try to take longer walks and see if I can just get the fluid moving. And we're just going to see what happens. And, you know, it's the beginning of May. It's going to start to really get warm here in Boston. And I don't want to wear compression all through the summer and be sweating my ass off, but again, that's my reality for the sake of my health. So right now I have the cool like pink BioFlex on just to help out. And I hate them. I don't like this color pink at all. But gotta do what I gotta do. They cover my feet. So that's that. So hopefully next time you guys see me, I will have much better news for you. I'm getting better, but I'm still not great. So that's all I have to say. But until the next lip service, thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate you. And I hope wherever you are on this journey, you're hanging in there too. All right, take care.